What up? It's your boy Wall Street, and I'm back. I apologize if you can hear the party going on in the background. Some of my neighbors are getting lit, and there's nothing I can do about it. And shout out to them. Get lit. Do what you gotta do. But I'm here getting lit with y'all, talking about the NBA. So we have a trade that went down this weekend. The Utah Jazz are trading Collin Sexton to Charlotte for Jusuf Nurkić. I believe there is a pick involved too. Yeah, Utah is sending, along with Collin Sexton, a 2030 second-round pick to the Hornets for Jusuf Nurkić, which to me seems a little odd because Sexton is the younger player. He's, produced more over his time in Utah than Nurkić has had in his time in Charlotte. Excuse me. And Nurkić is older. Nurkić is about to turn 31 years old. Collin Sexton is 26. So I'm not really sure why they had to throw in the pick with it to get him to Charlotte, but whatever. Charlotte is doing what they got to do and doing it well. So I personally like this trade a lot for Charlotte. I'm a big fan of Collin Sexton. I think he does a lot of things really well on the court. He's a great scorer. And most importantly, he just plays with so much heart and effort and is willing to dive on the floor to get a loose ball at any point in the game. He plays extremely hard. There's very few guys in the NBA that play harder than Collin Sexton. So I think that's definitely the type of attitude that they need on the Charlotte Hornets. The Hornets have not been a team that have a lot of super serious guys, it seems like. Not a lot of guys that are really driven to win, regardless of what's going on, and regardless of who their teammates are. So I think it's going to be interesting. I really like what Charlotte and Jeff Peterson, that's the Charlotte Hornets GM. I like what they're doing this offseason. I like what they did in the draft. Obviously, now they got Ryan Kalkbrenner in the second round of the draft. They don't really need Jusuf Nurkić. They also traded away Mark Williams. So I think they're just trying to really restructure their team and see if they can make this work with LaMelo Ball at the helm. I think Con Kneppel plays very good off of LaMelo Ball, but I think it's nice bringing in Collin Sexton to also be, a ball handler either off the bench or alongside LaMelo Ball. Who knows? I would imagine they're probably going to bring Collin Sexton off the bench, kind of be like that elite six-man role. And then as for Utah, I think Nurkić can help Utah, but I think this was really just a move by Utah to basically clear way for some of their new players like Walter Clayton Jr. to get more playing time. I would imagine they're also probably going to trade away Jordan Clarkson and John Collins at some point, both of them on expiring deals. I think John Collins has a player option, which I'm not sure if he's picked up yet or not. For next season, it's about $26.5 million, so I would imagine he's probably going to pick that up. And if he does, I would imagine John Collins and Jordan Clarkson are probably on their way out for something else, because this Jazz team, now that they have Ace Bailey, now that they have Walter Clayton Jr., they already have Taylor Hendricks, they have Cody Williams, they have Keontae George, they have a lot of really young players, Kyle Filipowski as well. They have a lot of really young players, and I think they're just going to start clearing the way, clearing some vets out, some older guys, some guys that they don't necessarily need on the roster, and allow for these young players to get a lot more minutes. So that's kind of what I think the objective of the trade was. If I had to pick which team really got better here, I would say it's the Hornets. I think the Hornets are actually making a case for, a team that could get a play-in spot next season. Like, they could be a 7 or 8 seed just based on what they've done so far in the offseason. So I understand losing Mark Williams is a hit, but I do think Ryan Kalkbrenner is going to be very solid for their team. Super big center. He's like 7'2", really good interior defender, shot blocker. And, I don't think you need much more out of your center than that if you're the Hornets, just because of, the talent level they have at the wings and the guard position. With LaMelo, Brandon Miller, now Collin Sexton, you have Con Kneppel now too. So there's a lot of really good things to like about what Charlotte's doing. And I like what Utah is doing too. I just think they have more moves to make until they're really at a position where it's like, okay, this is a good upcoming young team. It certainly is, but they have a little bit more that they need to do in order to really get their team into the shape they want it to be. Like I said, trading John Collins, Jordan Clarkson, I think those are guys that are probably going to be on the move. So that guys like Isaiah Collier, Cody Williams, all of these guys that they've been kind of working on and trying to get more minutes, I think those guys are finally going to get a little bit more of playing time once they kind of move out some of these guys that you would expect for them to trade. So that's all I got. If you guys are Jazz fans or Hornets fans, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you're not a fan of either of those teams, please let me know your thoughts. Anyway, I want to know what everybody thinks. So that's all I got. I'm going to catch you guys later, man. Stay up, stay blessed, stay safe, stay humble, handle business, stand on business. Peace out.